What is up, all you dazzling druids? Do you have an itch to play a tanky class that can take and deal big hits? When you roll for initiative, do you feel an overwhelming rage course through your blood that you want to unleash upon the battlefield? Well, luckily, your prismatic wizard has a class for you. Enter the Barbarian, a ferocious tank built for brutal persistence. So Barbarians are a class near and dear to my heart because my first D&D character ever was actually a Barbarian. Looking back on him, he could definitely use a few revisions, but Barbarians still hold a spot very close to my heart in character building. So let's jump right in. First level. Alright, so when you take this class at first level, you're going to get a D12 hit dice, the biggest in the game. Nice. You also are going to want to put your top ability scores with Strength in the lead, followed by Constitution and Dexterity. You also get proficiency in Constitution and Strength saving throws, as well as proficiency in all weapons, as well as light armor, medium armor, and shields. You get to choose 2 skill proficiencies from an outlandish style proficiency list, including athletics, animal handling, perception, intimidation, nature, and survival. Diving into class features, we get the first big Barbarian core feature, and that is our rage, and we're going to be using this for the rest of the game. Basically, as a bonus action, we can swell with primal fury. For up to a minute, we get advantage on strength saving throws and strength-based checks. We also get a bonus to strength-based melee attacks equal to our rage bonus, which goes up as we level up. Also with this feature, we gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage while we're raging. That is huge because those are the type of damage types that all mundane weapons do. That means we're going to be resisting every hammer blow, every axe swing, and every arrow shot at us. There are a few confinements to this feature. We only get to use it a couple of times per long rest. It starts out at 2, and we also can't do it while we're wearing heavy armor, and it ends early if we don't attack or take damage before the start of our next turn. To keep us safe while we're not wearing heavy armor, we get our second first level feature called Unarmored Defense. Our armor class becomes 10 plus our dexterity modifier plus our constitution modifier while we're not wearing any other type of armor. This does still work with shields, and it is really helpful for maintaining our rage and still staying defensive. Second level. Level 2 introduces another classic Barbarian feature called Reckless Attack. Basically, when you make the first attack on your turn with a strength-based weapon, you can choose to make that attack recklessly. Now, if you do this, you gain advantage on all your attacks for the rest of your turn. This is huge because it stacks really well with some of our later features, namely Brutal Critical. This does have a downside, as if you attack recklessly, all incoming attacks against you have advantage. This is a feature that I especially love because it really leans into the idea of a barbarian, how they rush into combat with no heed for themselves, dealing massive strikes to their enemies. At this level, we also get Danger Sense, which is a feature that gives us advantage on all dexterity saves against effects that we can see. Along that line of thinking, you can't gain this bonus while you are deafened, blinded, or incapacitated. Third level. Third level brings us our primal path, or our subclass. Basically what makes you different from all the other barbarians. This is super fun, and there are a ton of amazing options here, whether you're into bestial instinct, totemic attunement, raging storms, or divine favor. There's definitely a subclass for you, but that'd have to be in another video. At this level, we also get 1 more rage, which bumps our rages from 2 per long rest to 3 per long rest, which is always nice.
4th level.
4th level brings us our first ASI, or Ability Score Improvement. Every class gets these, and for the Barbarian, you're probably going to want to bump up Strength to get better attack bonuses, Constitution to get more hit points or armor class, and you could also do Dexterity to get a better Initiative or armor class. At this level, you could choose to forego that bonus to take a feat. Things like Sentinel, Great Weapon Master, and Mage Slayer are all great options depending on what type of Barbarian you want to play.
5th level.
When we hit 5th level, we get that classic extra attack. As always, this gives us the ability to attack twice instead of once when we take the attack action on our turn. Note that this works with our reckless attack to give us advantage on not 1, but 2 strikes. At 5th level, we also get fast movement, which gives us an extra 10 feet to our movement speed when we're not wearing heavy armor. This is an amazing feature because no self-respecting barbarian would ever be caught in heavy armor anyway, and it turns out people tend to run away when being chased by massive axe-wielding berserkers. Go figure.
6th level.
At 2nd level, we get our second primal path feature, which is a continuation of the subclass we took at 3rd level. A lot of these are defensive, but it varies greatly depending on what subclass you chose. At this point, we also get our number of rages up to 4 per long rest.
7th level.
7th level brings us Feral Instincts, which gives us advantage on all initiative rolls, which is super helpful no matter what character you're playing. We also get another bit of this feature, which is worded kind of interestingly in the player's handbook, but basically, in a surprise round, you can act normally as long as you rage as the first thing on your turn, which we're going to want to do anyway to get that rage bonus.
8th level.
8th level is another ASI. Keep going on your strength score, or check out one of those feats I mentioned earlier.
9th level.
At 9th level, we get 2 helpful boosts to damage. The first of which is that our rage bonus has now gone from +2 to +3. The second is a feature called Brutal Critical. This feature increases as we gain levels, but at this level, it lets us roll 1 additional damage dice when we score a critical hit. To show you how good this is, we need a quick reminder of how critical hits work in 5th edition. When you score a critical hit, instead of rolling your normal weapon dice, you instead roll all of the attack's damage dice twice and then add them together. So, for a quick example, if you were a barbarian wielding a great axe and you scored just a normal hit, you would be rolling 1d12 plus your strength modifier plus your rage. However, if you score a normal critical hit, rolling a natural 20 on the die or triggering some other critical, you would be rolling 2d12 plus your strength plus your rage. However, with the brutal critical feature, we would be rolling 3d12 plus our strength plus our rage, coming out to about 25 damage without any fancy shenanigans.
10th level.
10th level rolls in with our 3rd primal path feature. There is a lot of diversity across the board here, with a couple of out-of-combat features, some improvements to previous features, and even some buffing or debuffing features. A lot of fun here.
11th level.
11th level brings us one of my favorite features ever, called Relentless Rage. Basically, while you're raging, if you are reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, you can make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. Remember, we're proficient in Constitution saving throws, which means we're going to have a big bonus to this roll. Regardless, if you succeed on that saving throw, you're instead reduced to 1 hit point. This is an amazing feature and really leans into the Barbarian's defying death. We can continue to do it with each subsequent time we do it, the DC increasing by 5. However, with our great bonus to Constitution saving throws, this is going to be a key feature when we're taking big hits and going down a lot in boss fights.
12th level.
Another ASI is the main feature of level 12, but we also get another rage, bringing us up to a total of 5 per long rest.
13th level.
13th level brings us another brutal critical. Now we roll 2 additional damage dice whenever we score a critical hit. From our example earlier, this would take us from 3d12 plus all the bonuses to 4d12 plus strength plus rage.
14th level.
14th level, we get our final primal path feature. This is the capstone and has a ton of amazing buffs to features you're already going to be using every time you roll for initiative.
15th level.
15th level gives us a nice buff to our rage called persistent rage. Now the only way our rage ends is if we fall unconscious, which doesn't happen a lot because of our 11th level feature, or if we choose to end it. The days of punching ourselves in the face to keep our rage going are, alas, over. However, we will always look back on them with a happy smile.
16th level.
Yet another ASI comes in at 16th level. At this point, you're going to want to either max out your strength if you haven't already, or keep Constitution on the climb for even more hit points. We also get a nice buff to damage at this point, which is our rage bonus increasing from a +3 to a +4.
17th level.
At 17th level, we get our final brutal critical feature, bringing us up to 3 extra damage dice whenever we score a critical hit. From our example earlier, once again, that is now 5d12 plus our strength plus our rage. We also get another rage at this level, but with persistent rage that we got earlier, this number is becoming less and less important.
18th level.
The 18th level feature is called Indomitable Might, and it basically allows us to, whenever we roll a strength check and the total is less than our strength score, we can take the strength score instead. At this point, your strength will probably be maxed out, which means you will never roll below a 20 on a strength check again.
19th level.
19th level brings us our final ability score improvement. You already know what I'm going to say. Either bump that Constitution up for more hit points, or check out one of the feats I talked about earlier based on your fighting style.
20th level. Boss mode.
20th level brings us an amazing capstone feature for this class, and it's called Primal Champion. Both our Constitution and our Strength scores increase by 4, as well as the maximum for those 2 scores. If we have previously maxed them out with our ASIs, we will now be rocking a beautiful 24 in 2 of combat's most important abilities. With Indomitable Might, this gives us a 24 with every strength check we have, if not higher. Now, with a +7 higher than any mortal can acquire, we are truly god tier. All around, barbarians are ferocious tanks that can rush through the battlefield, tearing enemies apart with every blow. They hit hard with brutal critical hits that'll make even the hardiest of fighters whimper in their seats. All around, barbarians are super exciting to play and are one of the most powerful combatants in the game. Alright everyone, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big old Bigby's hand-sized thumbs up. And check out the other class I broke down, the Paladin, a divine knight. Also, let me know down in the comments what your favorite barbarian characters you've created are, as well as what the next class I should break down should be. Subscribe for more prismatic wizard shenanigans, and as always, keep it chromatic.